What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. We're hitting online money ain't loyal. Now, the reason I wanted to do this video is yesterday I was on Instagram and I was listening to the Key Resource. And if you don't know her, she's in Fort Worth. You can check her out. And she was talking about, everybody talking about get the bag, get the bag. And she was like, first of all, I don't know slang. And I'm with her. The youths and all this slang they create, and I don't know what they mean. I have to go on Urban Dictionary a lot. And there is this kind of mentality like, I want to lump sum win. I want to get in there and splash. I want to get in there and it be a huge deal and make all this money. And I feel you. If anybody feels you, I feel you. But I wanted to really tackle that mentality. Where is that coming from, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the long-term lump sum wins that work. And I usually don't do Saturdays, so I don't know if how many of you are gonna be here or not. That's not really about that. The key here, what I'm trying to get my point across is you guys gotta see that even if you get the lump sum, even if you get the bag, what are you gonna do when you get it? Right? And that's what the problem is. A lot of people don't realize this is a 2 to 5 year game. Now, what do I mean? As I watch, and there's something it really touched my soul. There's a YouTuber and he is just killing it with numbers. And he was a kicker. And the school was like, nah, you're not gonna keep your scholarship. We're gonna make an example of you and kick you off the football team. And everybody's like, oh my God, why are you doing that, kid? You could go in the NFL. I'm watching YouTube right now of NFL players with their wives crying because they don't know when their next check gonna come. They done got cut from a team. They keep having to move to new places. They get tired of that. And my thing is, people just think one time there, it'll last forever, and it doesn't. And so I salute that kid for going the YouTube route because he can make more money that route. And a lot of people don't realize NFL careers, some of this social media stuff is a 2 to 5 year game. There's one young lady, my hat is off to her because there's this quote, and I know some people are going to take offense, but it's like, don't be a beautiful woman with no purpose, right? Don't be a beautiful woman with no purpose. And I'll put that to men too. Don't be a good looking man, muscular, strong, beautiful, with no purpose, with no mission, because that doesn't get you anywhere. At some point that ship sails, right? The looks get you through the door. But even there's article after article that shows you after some point, hey, looks can only do so much. What you got going on over there? And so there is the YouTuber. It's like destroying something. But he was the guy out of Florida, UFC football kicker out of Florida. And there's a couple other YouTubers that are NFL folks. And here's something I wanted to say. Now, 4 reasons most people, when I'm talking to them, I'm like, what's your freedom number? Because I'm going to show you some examples of online money in a little bit. But my thing is, what are your freedom number? And what freedom number is what you need a month to live, right? But most people, here's the 4. It's security and confidence. I don't know if you guys watched my live yesterday on Instagram, but I went to the bank and I was getting a cashier's check. And the man, before I got up there was a man, I think he was white, but he looked a little tan. So he may have been Hispanic. It's Texas. And he was like, ooh, who is that smelling like coconut? And he turns around, of course, and it's me. I'm the only woman there. And he, I'm like, oh, bless you. Like, thank you. Thank you. And confidence and security come from accomplishments. Homeboy had big stacks going in an envelope, went outside. Yeah, I was being that nosy. And he got into a Benz, a really nice Benz, not like an entry-level Benz, like a nice Benz. And the first thing I thought is, I don't know for certain, but accomplishments and confidence and experience give you that. And a lot of people are out here trying to get confidence and security, but that means you have to experience something. That means you have to give something. That means you have to do something to get that. And I'm not in the gray hair, but he was looking good. He was looking good. Escaping the rat race. Many of you are like, Erica, I want to quit my job. I want to quit my job. I want to quit my job. And I'm like, hold up. You don't even know if your concept works. I've talked to many people who quit their job and a year later had to go back to their job. That sucks. Don't do that to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to jump out the rat race before you're ready. And studies show people in their brains are wired to enjoy the rat race. I know this sounds crazy, but that morning traffic rush, that afternoon traffic rush, like gotta get there, gotta go. So what I've seen now that I'm on this side of it, I meet people who work from home or they have something that's made them significant money and now they're in a different race. They're in a travel race. They're in a boats and cars race. They're in a hanging out with other people. You know, like their race is just different, right? Race to take their kids all these places. Like I know a couple, they keep traveling every time you turn around. And one of their kids was like, I just want to stay home. And I just thought, imagine making all this money for your family. My contact's going crazy. Imagine making all this money for your family and you like balling out and your kid is like, yo, leave me at grandpa's. This is for the birds. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine that happening to you. And that's funny. That's just funny because their kid was really like, I'm good. You can leave me here. So anyway, retirement. Many of you call me and some of you are in your 40s, some of you are 50s, some of you are in 60s, some of you are older than that. And your retirement, I'm going to bring James on tomorrow and Sunday's going to be lit. Bring James on tomorrow. And the thing is we're going to talk about is Poor Richard's retirement, you know, investing in Detroit, like we're going to hit a lot of topics, but we're going to try to keep it insurance centric and keep it around money because that's been a lot of your questions is like retirement. Is this worth it? Is it worth it to put money away with my company? What if my company matches? So we're going to hit some of those questions tomorrow. And what does insurance do and don't do, right? And so retirement is a really key factor. And it's a key factor when you work online, social media too. People don't realize there's a lot of people who are making lump sum money, but not making long-term decisions. They just keep waiting for the next lump sum, like next lump sum. And that doesn't work. And building a legacy. Now, as much as I love CT Fletcher and many of the online personalities, when they bring their kids and wives on the shows, I'm like, that's not you. Like, she doesn't have your essence. Your son doesn't have your essence. I came to watch you. Now, that may be selfish of me as a person watching their channel, but that's my thought. Like, I came to watch you. I came to talk to you. Like, and no matter how nice or whatever your son is, look at Donald Trump. Now, look at Donald Trump's children. Not even the same. You know what I mean? Like Ivanka probably could hold a lot of stuff down. But other than Ivanka, them other kids are like, nah, they don't have the same essence, personality of the father. Okay, perfect example. Suzanne Rice that worked for Barack Obama. Her son, her husband is white. It doesn't matter. She has 2 kids. Her son looks like a white man with a curly fro. And he's at college right now. And he's a Republican. And he's getting all this fame and articles written on him because he's a Republican. And what's funny is people are like, Suzanne Rice, your son? You see how your son acting? That's the thing. You can't pass this like online fame or this fame to your kids per se. Your kids are different people. So when you're trying to build these businesses and build things for money, like keep that in mind. Okay. So go into this thing. There's a lot of times, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'll go ahead and show you. I'm gonna share your screen and then I'm gonna come back. And so we're gonna see. Because Ivanka is about that business. Ivanka, if anything happens to Trump, Ivanka runs the show. Y'all can see that from the numbers and the math. All right, so I'm gonna share Elliot Hus. He's like the best example of this online money, this online likes, this online stuff. Like people aren't loyal, y'all. People are not loyal. I use LeBron James as the thumbnail because I just wanted to show like online money is not loyal. People are fickle. And there's another young lady, I'm gonna show her as an example of how like she's killing it in business. But just to give you an example how online money ain't loyal. So, okay, this is Elliot Hus. Now, this is a really cool graph he did of his YouTube. Now, this is even 3 years ago. So this is how old this is, which is funny. But he literally did a video every single day from 2007 to this day right here. And then all of a sudden he exploded. Like it exploded. He was everywhere. You know, before the algorithm changed, all that stuff, he exploded. Now, people are always saying, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take? And honestly, without money kind of juicing it, it may take a long time. And for him, it took 5 years. And that's a real indicator. 2 to 5 years is when people explode. Now, why am I showing you this? Many of you may not even know who Elliot Hus is. That's how big YouTube is. There's 7 million YouTube channels. There's the top 100,000 people are people who have over 50,000 subscribers. This dude's got like almost 1 million. Now I'm gonna go over here so you can see who he is. But again, he did this for years, y'all. Some of these videos are over 5 years old. Some of them, and what he did is, I'm not gonna lie, he burned out. He needed a break, right? He took him and his family on traveling for a year, the gym he owns, and he did this because he has a gym in Florida. He has personal trainers and people working for him. Now, the people make jokes about him because for a while they'd be like, the Hodge twins and him look alike. Well, he's Belize, and if you've ever been to Belize, I'm not I'm not saying y'all haven't traveled, but my family's been to Belize like 5 times, maybe 6 at this point, because we keep doing cruises since I was 15. So it's been about 20 years almost at this point. No, 18 years. And so I've been to Belize so many times that, you know, Belize are Black people. That's what they look like. They like Black people who speak English. That's why people love retiring in Belize. And if you haven't been to Belize, please go check it out. Sorry, sipping my coffee over here. Okay. Now look how many subscribers he's got. 749,000. Go on over here. He has 73 million views. This is his other channel. Now let's go over here to his Yo Elliot Strength Camp. He has 346 million views. Now we can go on Social Blade and look up Yo Strength Camps for sure, right? And I can do that in a second. But I just want to give y'all an example of like, he's got almost 2 million subscribers. Now I think he's lost subscribers when he took a break, him and his family last year. But the point is, like, people are on there because why? Young men want to talk to other men. Young men want to like get questions, ask somebody their questions. They want to be strong. Strength Camp. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a man-centric channel, and his questions are very young man-centric. And he's been on YouTube for years, since 2006, 2007. Now, okay, this is some of his Instagram. Now look at the numbers on his Instagram. Only 280,000 followers. Much less. Why? Because he's not posting all the time on there. He's not. Look at his parents, just so y'all get an example. They're from Belize. Trust and believe. They look like that, but mostly darker in Belize. Anyway, so he's a light Belizean, if you want to say it that way. All right. So he's got great stuff, but look at the numbers, right? And you go other places, his numbers are bigger. Now you can see on here where he's talking about strongman, creator. You know, he's got this, he's put out a book. He's got non-job revolution. Now, why am I giving y'all this example? Let me see if I can go on Social Blade. I'm gonna share my face again. Sorry. I'm giving y'all this example because I'm really serious about online money, and online people ain't loyal. That dude has been putting in the work, and his numbers were huge last year. And I can show you where they went down because he wasn't posting every day. And also, I think because the algorithm changed, right? And if you're not, I'm just going to say it, if you're not going to the different things YouTube offers or answering them or doing what they want, I have a feeling they kind of just mess with you a little bit. What? Go G Benfit. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Okay. And so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show y'all his numbers. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let me get some more numbers. There we go. I'm going to show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. We on Social Blade. I'm going to show y'all this. Hold on. Let me share my screen again so y'all can see this because I think it's so important. Because some of y'all are like, man, I'm going to get online. I'm going to make all this online money and I'm going to win. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. All right. Now, this dude with 73 million views. Look at his YouTube earnings this year. Now, this is this year. Some years has been different. But again, $26,000 to $1,000 yearly. Now, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but it's more over here. That's for one of the channels. Now, this is the other channel. Look what he's making a year, 8,000 to 143. Now, I'm not allowed to say exactly, but let's just say these are very true. I don't know if y'all can see the pen. I don't think you can. You see where my mouse is going? The number on the right side is more closer to fact. Okay, I'll just say that. So anyway, so again, look at his numbers. He has 6 million views at one point a month. Now he's down here to like 2, 3. But again, YouTube is this long thing where there's going to be some young man who comes on his channel and finds his stuff years later, and he still makes money every single month. See how low the views are now? It's like 500,000. They're going way down. So again, the reason, again, why am I saying this? Because I just want to stress to you that even if you come online and he's been doing it for years and you blow up, this online money ain't loyal. It's just not. It's not. Now, and this is why I want y'all to segue. You're like, Eric, I want to make money from my computer. And I put out the course Laptop to ATM because that's literally how it's done. It is a consistent thing of getting leads, pitching people, messaging people, getting in groups, sometimes doing it that way, sometimes doing Instagram. And I'm going to show y'all another Instagrammer because she is probably pulling in at this point. Gosh, I'm going to be careful. She's probably pulling in at this point. close to 20 a month. There was a point where she was suffering, but then all of a sudden she jumped back up, and she's got 3 channels. But I can't find her other one. She has 3 YouTubes, and I can't Instagrams, and I can't find them. I don't know. Her YouTube sucks. I ain't gonna lie to you. Her YouTube is like nothing. But her other thing is big. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry, yeah, you saw that. All right, let me see if I can find it. We're just gonna go over. I'm gonna have to just share the screen again. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right, Renee Danielle, owned by Femem. And this is just one of her channels. She has 3. I just want to give y'all that. She has 3. Okay. And I want to give you this because I can't find the other one. But I'm going to give you this one because I think this is important. Now you see she's dancing. These are sponsored posts. She's very pretty. Her hair is life, yo. I want to wear my hair like that. Anyway, I just need to pull my curls in the front more. But anyway, so I like her channel. I like her energy. And many people are like, oh, she just pretty. She ain't smart. This girl is so hella smart, y'all. I'm not even playing with you. Like she is, I mean, she's really smart. She teaches courses. She teaches stuff. She's not stupid. She knows. She knows she's got a good marketplace. That's her mom. Her dad is black. They are still married. Her dad's hilarious because he'd be singing like R&B songs. But her mom's British, right? Because, you know, she had that military parent. Again, military parent, military black dudes going overseas. But so she's been traveling and she does the curly hair thing, right? And I'm just showing you her pictures because I want to show y'all an idea how much work this young lady's putting in. Okay. It's not just I'm just showing her off. It takes a lot of work. This is a sponsored post. Every time, her in New Orleans, sponsored post. They paid for her to go here. She's talking about New Orleans and all Louisiana travel because who paid for it? Louisiana Travel paid for her channel. I mean, I could click on 50 of these clicks and they all have, look at that. Look at the video. Look at the stuff behind her. I want y'all to look really carefully at the left of these raw juices, juice from the raw. This is sponsored. Just like every time people are like, Erica, I don't understand how people are making money online. But again, this may end. She may get married. She may have a baby. And all of a sudden they change up and they ain't loyal. That's why I'm stressing this. Okay, this is Passport Heavy. This is your boy, Jabro. He made this channel. A lot of these places they're going, it's sponsored. They're getting discounts. People are sharing photos because they're getting discounts. Okay, click that out of there. Louisiana Travel. I'm going to follow anyway. Louisiana Travel. Okay, you don't think they're sponsoring some of these young people attending? Come on now, y'all. Come on, y'all. She's very smart. I mean, I wish I could point out her class to y'all, but I ain't going to do it. I'll let her market her damn self. Okay, I'm going to get back out again. I just wanted y'all to kind of understand when people say they want to make online money and what it takes. Some of these people have like football careers, 2 to 5 years. Okay, now, what am I trying to get you to? What am I trying to get you to? I gave you some examples. Elliot Hus, that very pretty girl, super nice. She is super nice, actually, online. She's super nice. We'll speak to you nicely. Now, money and flash and crash. A lot of people are trying to do that flipping. They're trying to flip that money. They're trying to get in there and get out. And it's not overnight. And even if you got it a lump sum, then what? Then what? Now, many of you are watching my channel. You see me over the years. You see me mess with real estate. You see me going to other stuff. You see me talking about hood estates, trucking. You see me always talking about real estate. Why? Because it's the long-term money. Y'all could stop liking me tomorrow. Y'all could be like, Erica, it sucks. I don't want to hear any more from you. Go away. It happens to people every single day. There's a lot of people right now on YouTube who started out as pranks as teenagers. Now they on something else. Now they on something else. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're on to something else. This is, and where I got this show idea, I want to make sure I show and give credit where I got this show idea. I don't want nobody think I'm stealing anybody's show ideals here. It's Kendra. Kendra was talking about this yesterday. Y'all can look her up. Here she is, Kendra, the key resource. She's in Fort Worth. Hope to hang out with her more. She's married, but she's a super nice lady. And that's the first thing she was talking about. She did a workshop. Look at this workshop. It's full of people. It's packed. That's cool. But there's over 1,000 people on her followers, and they're like, yeah, I'll come. Yeah, I'll come. Again, me and Dre doing this tour. We literally say if we have 10, 15 people, we'll go to that city. Why? Because those 10, 15 people are going to be committed. You know what I'm saying? When people tell you they're going to come and a bunch of people don't come, you cannot depend on those online people. So I just thought that was cute. That's her husband and her. But anyway, if she depended on these online people to make money, she would be having some problems, right? Because lots of people say they're going to come. Even Glendon had a thing where he said people would come, but only a few people showed up. So it's one of those things where you have to like realize, even if you get the money, even if people come to the show, you cannot depend on the show. You have to be able to say, what's my long-term gig? So that's part of what I've been trying to do with you guys. It's like, yeah, she owns property on the East Coast. That is right. She owns property in Maryland and DC. And that's why I keep giving you all these different people to work with. And I keep talking about on the channel because 10,000 can change your life. The reason I did that video, 10,000 is life changing, is because many of you are saying, well, it's credit, Erica, or it's this, or it's that. And I go, whoa. 10K is a life changer. Don't sit here and tell me you have bad credit, but you make all this money, because 10K is a life changer. Now, why am I always saying 10K? 10K can be a down payment for a house. 10K can be paying for a truck. You know, there's 10K can be an online business buyer. 10K can buy you online marketing. 10K can do a lot. Okay. Now let's just, for example, for sake of argument, many people say, well, Erica, I can't get 10K, but you can, right? Cash, 401K, IRA, HELOC. I'm gonna let some other people come on the show next week and the week after, if the time permits, to talk about different ways to get access to that capital, because many of you are like, well, Erica, I got a 401K. And I'm like, okay, how much you got in it? $200. This isn't for you. Go put some more money in it, okay? Now here's an example of why I want to use this, because there's a young man here in Austin, and he owns 4 properties, but he was delivering pizza the same time I was. And everybody's like, well, how is he buying that real estate? And let's just do simple math. If you're working a job, a part-time job, and it brings you in $1,000 extra a month, in 10 months, you got $10,000. But what happens to most people? They spend it on trips, they spend it on clothes, they spend it on food. Oh, they had an emergency. That's the reason they worked a part-time job. Or they have student loan debt, so they pay the student loan debt off. You have to have a purpose. And I'm meeting a lot of young people who are like, well, I don't want to work an extra job. But they're sitting there in student loan debt. They're sitting there in car debt, and 4 or 5 months of just working an extra job for the summer. All their check going to it could be a life changer. Now, what's funny is the same people I know personally who were like, well, I'm not going to work a second job, they're teachers, and all of a sudden they wanted to go on a vacation because all the other girls were going on vacation in Miami for like a week. And then also on a cruise, all of a sudden these girls are Ubering and driving and lifting to get the money. So up here's the mindset, is how you want to do it. Now imagine you had a part-time job or some online work from one of the courses I teach you, and you make $3,000 extra a month. Woo! Now, would I say quit your job? No. But what you gonna do with that $3,000? If you make that $3,000 every month for the next 3 months or 100 days, you got 10K, right? You got your 10K. Now you can invest in your rental. Not only can you invest in rental, you can show when you do your mortgage, look at this extra income I have coming in. And they're going to count the mortgage on the property. You know, the rent you get in, rent rolls. 70% of them, though, at least. Now, let's say, Erica, you know, yeah, I hear you about 10,000, but, you know, is it worth it just getting one rental? Yeah, even if you get $500 a month after everything's paid off. You know how life-changing $500 a month is? A bulk of the foreclosures that happened in the last recession, most people were short by $500. That's why when you hear Dave Ramsey talk about sell the minivan, sell the crap, get rid of it, because most of you are short in your budget. You're not minding the gap to see like, oh, wait, if I just get rid of this, I can have more freedom. And there is some truth to being exhausted, being tired, having kids, having the kids wear you out. You have a spouse, you have kids, the job is wearing you out, you're tired. It's called decision fatigue. And it is a real thing. It's not a made up thing. I thought this glass was hilarious. Congrats on your awesome new hat. Not making fun of college graduates. I'm just being, I thought it was good. So anyway, But the problem is, if you have, when I tell people about, hey, take your 20 grand and go put it in a rental, 20 grand in Detroit or in DC or other areas for a rental, it's only going to give me $500. How long till it's worth it? That's a problem. Because what you're trying to do is take that 20,000 and make it be $1 million. You got to start somewhere, and you got to 500 here. And you do it again in a couple months, another 500. Then you do it again in another couple months. See, what people are trying to do is trying to like live lavish on $500 investment one time for the rest of their life. And some of that, it's crazy, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that don't make no sense. I just, it's, they like, well, I saw so-and-so do it, but you are not so-and-so. And that's part of why it's funny to me, but it's not. And the reason I'm talking about the trucks, the reason I'm talking about these things is I just want to show you examples that it's legit. You can do it. And I'm going to show you another one. I like this guy's channel. So let me get you over here to see. So he used to live in Austin. He moved. I like him. This is a great thing. How he bought 4 rentals in 10 months. And y'all probably seen me show this before, but his cash flow diaries. He tries not to show his face too much, because I guess he just don't want people to come harass him for money. But again, he moved to where? Indianapolis. And if you see the show, Two Chicks and a Hammer, it's on HGTV. It's the redhead mom and daughter who buy houses. Sometimes they buy them for $1, sometimes they buy them for cheap. Now look at his rental purchase timeline. He bought 4 houses in 10 months. Now look at this. This house is $49,000. Current mortgage, $338,000. Current rent. Okay. Then he bought the next house a couple months later. $55,000. That's his mortgage. That's his rent. Go over here. Indianapolis. He loves Indianapolis. $67,000. Current mortgage. Current rent. Gets $1,000 on that one. He went over to Independence, Missouri. It's a Kansas City suburb. $44,000. Look at the rent. Now he bought 4 rentals in 10. Now look at that. How did he do it? He bought cheap rentals, working class areas, aggressively saving. He sold some stock. He cashed out his 401k. Now, I'm not going to recommend you do that. I want you to consult your accountant, consult your attorney, consult other people before you just take my word on it. But many of you are asking, Erica, how do people get into rentals? Now, I'm going to say get creative. But once you get that first one down, that's really the hiccup. Many of you are like, I don't know to even get in the first one. And if you have to do partnerships, JV deals, your 401k, a little HELOC, you can get in there. And that's what I want people to think about is there's multiple ways to get there. Now, many people say, well, Erica, I got bad credit. Okay, well, do you know if you have bad credit? Some people call me and they say, I got a 720, I got bad credit. Honey, do you know math? Some people are chasing the 800 number just to have a number on paper. And I've been in many of the credit repair groups and everybody's like, I got 800. Yeah. And then you'll go, what are you going to do with it? Oh, I just got 800. I just want to show everybody I got 800. Honey, get out of here. If you ain't doing nothing with it, you showing me for nothing because you're not doing anything with it. You're not leveraging it. You're just making it look pretty. Look at my pretty credit. You're pretty credit and you still live in the way you live in. Get out of here. You know what I mean? So bad credit is 90% of it is money management. Number 2, bad credit is payment history. So many of you may have said, listen, I done made mistakes in the past and it's just going to take some time to get away from that. That's cool. Sometimes people are like, no, I'm just going to buy 3 AUs and get all this credit. And what's funny is they'll buy 3 AUs and then they'll still get declined for credit cards and call me and I go, well, you know why? Because you don't have primaries. You don't have primary accounts. The game is changing. And if you don't believe me, the game is changing. I always try to show other channels and reference other people because I want you guys to see this. I don't want you to think I'm making it up. I want you to see what I'm talking about. Go look up the word trade lines aren't working anymore. That's a very popular video title because a lot of these companies, what they've been doing is they'll do these terrible credit sweeps, which for the record, if you're watching this channel, I do not do credit sweeps. I don't do that. We're educating you to use it better. That's why I pretty much limit the credit repair to people who have a business or people who are trying to use it to leverage their business, just as a little bit. And the key here is getting in there, getting that credit, messing with it enough so you can open other doors. Because really at the end of the day, once you start being active and you buy rentals or you're in groups like at Todd Capital or different ones, Black Seed Capital, you'll start getting opportunities to partner with people. You'll start getting opportunities where deals are coming to you. And that's how you want it to be. So There's like 50 of y'all on here. Definitely hit the like button. I'm going to start taking questions, but I just want you to see that. You know, the average NFL football player's career is 2 to 5 years. And when they get out, people are like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And you don't understand that people are looking at them as a meal ticket. Their own parents are looking at them as a meal ticket. And you're talking about an 18 to 20-year-old kid who, God forgive me, I'm going to say it, their mom and dad are not brushing them up on math. Their mom or dad going, look at that workhorse. Look how fast that workhorse runs. And we're going to make all this money. That's how they're looking at them. And so that's why they don't make good decisions. And that's why I'm proud of some of these NFL kids who are on here. And what's funny is the guy I'm talking about, the football kicker, he has a friend who's a white guy that runs track who has a channel and didn't get his scholarship removed. And he's like, why is his scholarship not removed? Right? And the key here is many of those kids I'm talking about, they've got 1,000 to 10,000 followers as they leave, sometimes 40,000 followers as they leave college, right? And they say, well, you can't sell stuff. You can't sell stuff. You lose your scholarships, which is fine. But I'm telling you, and I'm telling every person who has a child that's in their senior year, that if they go to the championship or whatever they do, their May, June, July timeframe, every day from May 1st to August 1st till they get signed by somebody, which 90% won't, they need to be marketing or affiliate marketing something. Because that online stuff is not loyal. Those online people will forget about you who played football in a few years. Look at LeBron James. Every time he moves a team, people move or they don't move. And, you know, Miami used to be sold out. Look at their arena. Miami Heat is not sold out anymore. And the key here is if they had 1,000 to 4,000 people who bought a $22 shirt or something they created, they'd have 25,000. They'd have 100,000. They'd make a killing on their way out the door. And a bulk of them will not go on to play football. They just won't. Someone will go to Canada. My cousin got offered to go to Canada. He refused it. We were shocked. We're like, you better take that trip and go. And so it's like some will go play ball overseas like LeVar Ball's sons. But overall, it's like an empty ticket. It's like a shiny ticket with no money. So I just want to make sure you guys aren't like, oh, man, I love all the comments and the online likes. Like it has to convert to money and it has to convert to security. And how does it convert to security? Picking things that are going to last long. Real estate, small online businesses, because a lot of people you're meeting that make a lot of money, you're like, well, I would retire and do nothing. Those guys don't want to retire and do nothing. They have purpose and joy. You know, I'm meeting guys who are 52 with young wives. I think I told you guys about the guy who fixed our AC unit. He has an AC company in Fayetteville, and his son works for him. His son's supposed to take over. But what's happened is really the dad went and remarried a young 36-year-old woman. Well, really, she was 20. She was like 31 when he married her. So she done went and had 3 babies. And so he's still working. He like 70 years old, still working. And it's funny because you're like, well, you should have left those young girls alone, you know, like as a joke, people make jokes on him. But he works for one, for the joy of it. 2, he has rental property, so he doesn't have to work that hard. But you have to make a plan there for it to work. So anyway, I'm going to hop on over into the comments. Keep it on over there. Let's see. Let's go over here. Let's go in the comments. Hit that like button if you can. That'd be so great. I appreciate it. Hello, Davita, Jamar Van, Chris Lee TV, Kristen Thomas. Thank you. Thank you for enjoying the videos. Diamond Brook. Hello, Derek Bailey. As said by me as an NFL YouTuber. Okay. Mentor Shelly, Derek Bailey. Little Miss, was he single? Listen, I was feeling myself. So I was at the bank like, you know, thank you, it's me. I smelled so good. And then I was like, I didn't even look at his hand. Adrian's ready to jump out the race. Working from home helps. It does. I mean, listen, right now at Dale, I don't know if you guys know anybody in Austin, Texas, but at Dale right now, they're giving off several departments Monday and Friday to work from home. Why? Because they're so damn tired of all the requests to work from home. So it just helps the company. It helps morale, all that stuff. Little Miss, I like Ivanka. Ivanka, out of all that messy mess that is her family, is pretty decent, probably. Algorithms do keep changing. Yes. What? Get you some Baileys on me, Cash and Maddock. Thank you, baby. Okay. Back up here. I got to finish. Okay, back up. Let's see. I've been to Costa Rica. Okay. Bella Fam. He has 2 channels. How long you been on YouTube? Like, I think since 2007. And like, but the funny thing is, I don't think you guys understand. When you start making more money, even YouTube, when I hit 6,000 a month, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. But it also requires more time, right? That's why I was looking for somebody to help me do my blogs. I was looking for somebody to help me do this, to help me do editing. Like I'm going to Band of Canada and Alaska. And I'm like, I don't have time to edit the videos. I'm going to have to come back and go back to work. Like, even when it comes to subcontractors, making sure subcontractors go out to jobs, like that's part of what has taken me so long with the Middleman to Millions courses, is trying to make sure it's so good. Trying to make sure that I'm giving y'all as much information as possible, because you're going to reach hiccups when it comes to contractors, hiring folks. Those are the two most difficult things. And that's part of why, honestly, we've reduced it to nothing. Reduced it to like, we don't hire people. We just hire subcontractors. We get the leads, close the deal, get the payment. That's an important part of the course. And let the subcontractor hit it up. Just saves you a lot of time, a lot of money. So, but as you go with your income levels changing, you change, your opinions of how you want to work change. Like the more I do different stuff, I'm like, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to. My nephew is in love with trucks. Like he researches trucks because our family has 2 people in our family who drive trucks now and own trucks, small trucking companies. And he's like, oh, what truck are you going to buy? And he asks me all the time, is it Peterbilt? Is it this? Is it that? And I'm like, Jalen, I'm not going to drive trucks. There's somebody else that's going to drive them. Are you sure? Are you sure you're going to drive the trucks? I'm like, I'm sure, Jalen. I'm not driving the trucks. So go Jen Be Fit. Thank you for the $10 super cat again. Appreciate that. I saw his page, not interesting. You know, exactly. You know, Derek Bailey, that's the thing. There's 7 million YouTubers. There's someone who could be interesting to you that I don't find interesting. There could be someone not interesting to me. You know, there's plenty of opportunity there. Go Jim Be Fit online ain't oil. It just isn't. It is not loyal. And so it's like, it is fickle like anything else. And the difference about YouTube is you're seeing a generation of people go away. That's the weird part. You're seeing a generation of people like MTV Yo Raps. Some of the MTV VJs had to go out in the real world and get real jobs. And so it's super interesting to see their life stories now. But you're in a generation cycle where I've been on YouTube long enough to see people come and go. Like I've been on here long enough to go, oh, well, they're doing something different now, or they have a lifestyle channel now. There's another lady. Oh yeah, that's what I want to show y'all. Let me get over here. Thank you for that, Joby. Yeah, that's what I just thought about it. Now she was making killer money. Let's go find her. Now, many of you, I'm not saying you don't know, but many of you, for some reason, don't realize that white women wear weave. They wear extensions, and it's very popular. And it's like a hot trend. And I know y'all don't believe that, but it's really, really true. and it's a lot of people. Now I'm gonna show this woman, and they've done well, absolutely well for themselves. And I think they did a great job. Let me get up both the husband and wife, and I'm going to show it to y'all because I just thought of that. An even better example than what I started with. Okay, even better. This is perfect. Okay, let me see if I can pull her up. All right, over here. And I'm going to get y'all on share the screen so y'all can see who I'm talking about. Because y'all have heard me talk about her before. Now, she done had a baby, and she's like, piece it out. Okay, so here we go. Mimi Icon. Here we go. Money. Mimi Icon, 800,000 subscribers. I can tell you offhand, she had 1 million at one point. They went down. Sorry, let's stop this fax machine. Somebody will get over it. All right. So here is her, you know, and she really, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, she really isn't doing things like she used to because she was pregnant. And, you know, her pregnancy videos would get $3 million. What is she eating? They were doing vegan stuff. And her company is Lexi Hair. I'm going to open it up over here. Lexi Hair. Okay. So Lexi Hair. Oops, sorry. Lexi Hair. If you can look and see, it has 3.1 million subscribers. Now look at the hair. This is weave. This is extensions. And they show you how to do different hairstyles with your weave and your extensions. And it's so funny. It's just like everybody wears weave, like except for me. I can't even do braids because my hair age. Now it says how to pick your shade. Look at all this stuff. Now look at these white girls. Look at that hair there. Look at that hair. Two different hair. So people don't realize she has a whole, like, she doesn't even touch the hair product. Like, there's a whole factory there's a whole staff that does all the stuff. She don't even touch it. Her sister was in the company. As the company grew, she had to buy her sister out because her sister was like, yo, I ain't even feeling this no more. Now look how many views they got. 400 million views for weave and hair extensions. How to do your hair, okay? Now go over here to her thing. She has 1.4 million followers. Now I can tell you a fact. She had more than that before, but what happened? She had this little baby. So every video is about this little baby, and it probably drives some girls crazy and some dudes crazy. I ain't gonna lie. There's probably some men who are like, go back to me showing you're in a bikini, because you will lose people like that. You will. Now you see this? Again, her and her husband. Now you looking at her, you don't know what she is. I'm not gonna lie, she looks racially ambiguous to some degree, but she's from Russia, a country near Russia, and it's like the people in that country look Asian. So you look at her and you're like, what is she? But she is it's like a Russian country. Her accent, when she talks to her mom, sometimes you can tell. Now she used to post a ton of pictures like this. Now I can tell you right now, this is after she had the baby. She's looking great, but I can tell you, a lot of times people, once she had this kid, they were gone. They didn't want to see that anymore. But companies were paying her. See, she's doing exercise stuff there, clothes, more clothes. Goodness, clothes for days. I'm just trying to get y'all an idea of like how these people are making this money, but also that people ain't loyal. Like, you will lose a bunch of men if you have this up here. You just will. Right? More baby stuff. Now they camp out all the time in South Africa, and I am so jelly. They make me want to go to South Africa, like just to this coast part though, not over the other part. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to go to the resort part. Okay. Now here's her husband. Now I'm not knocking her husband. He is a good guy, nice person, but he made the 5-minute journal and another booklet to kind of stand out from that. Right? Look at his followers, only 238,000. Why? Because he's not Mimi. He's a tall blonde dude. Now, even though his mother was Russian, single parent, they were struggling, or his father was mean, so they were in Canada struggling. And he shares that. He's like, you guys think because I'm some tall blonde white guy, I've had a great life, but I went to court. He went to juvenile court, and he said, I'll never be in here again. Right? So I think that should be everybody's goal, to go to juvenile court once and be like, hell to the no. I ain't never go, but the point is, I get nervous going for a traffic ticket. But again, this is his mom, and they live right now. They're living in London, because it's easier for them to travel. They always in Positano, Italy. And why am I showing you this? Why am I showing you this? Because what do you do once you get the lump sum of money? You know what I mean? Like they have a legit business. Some people have to keep running the business. Luckily for her, she has a partner who's helping her run that business. But I just want to emphasize examples of, yeah, they got thousands of followers, but some of it ebbs and flows. How do you make the money? How do you convert this to sales? Okay, now that you get the sales, how do you convert it to long-term money? They have a hair extension business. Now let me show you. These are 2 products he's made. The 5-minute journal, and it's like $30. But it's good. I mean, journaling is popular. People, instead of putting their feelings all over Facebook, need to put it in a journal and then throw that journal in the fire at some point. Just being honest. Okay. And be productive. This is a productive journal. Productivity. Did you get your stuff done? Like Grant Cardone's 10X journal. Same thing. Why? Because everybody's got their eyes stuck in their phone, and writing down what you did today lets you be true. You can't lie. The numbers don't lie. Did you make sales? Did you not make sales? Look at that. Hey, Andre Hundred, I see you up in here. I even mentioned your tour earlier. The thing is, okay, I'll give you some examples. I just want to make sure y'all had examples of what I'm talking about. Let's see if she's over here. Oh, there. Go back to here. Okay, this is her. Now let me show you most popular uploads, if it'll let me. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Now look at a lot of this is her clothes and pregnant. People who look this stuff. But her most popular stuff is these travel videos. Day in Capri, day in New York, what to eat, moving to London, Rome. So again, even if she's got these 300,000 views on these travel videos, well, how do you make money? Now, I'm not trying not to get in trouble by showing her stuff, but if you watch some of her videos, it is truly all about, like, if you see the clothes she's wearing, you can tell they're sponsored. Okay, she shows the outfits. Look at my outfits. Look at my hair. Look at the stuff. Look at the Lexi Hair product. Look at the extensions, and it is all product placement. So again, people ain't loyal. You don't know. And here's the thing: some of these people have more views on their YouTube channels than TV shows do. There's some TV shows with so few people, they get canceled or they just get put to a night that nobody cares. So again, I just want to show you that online money sometimes is not loyal. And what's your next thing? And even if you get a lump sum, okay, what keeps you in purpose? What keeps you going? You know, some people it's mentoring kids. Some people it's teaching others. Like, I enjoy doing this because I feel like, and I personally feel like this. For a long time, I was a minority kid in a community. And then when I talk to other minorities, they're looking at me like, I ain't never lived like that. And I'm like, there's no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't work from home. There's no reason. Now, I don't believe everybody should start a business. Let me get that straight. But there's no reason why you have to adopt a struggle story. Everybody's just struggling, Erica. Like, some of this poverty is a choice. Some of this is you have to know what to do when you do get the bag. Because everybody's trying to get the bag or do a quick flip. And that's not, I mean, I have a friend right now who has 4 flips. All his money are locked in them till they sell. And they've been locked in for 4 months. So don't be that guy. That's all I'm saying. So, all right, let's go back to some more comments. You guys have been lovely. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, she owns a property. Seen her with Dre. That's right. That's true. What up, Cashmatic? Okay, Erica, I want to get into buying trucks and renting them out. What book or info do you recommend? Hood Estates. If you go on the links below the video, I have the link for you to click on Hood Estates truck course. Very good. It's about investing in trucks and renting them out. Ariana says she regrets selling her rental. I missed that extra money. Oh, yeah, and the net worth growth. I mean, you're just growing your network. Yeah, thank you, Cashmatic. Thank you. Cashmatic, why are you trying to take my affiliate link away? Nah, nah, I'm messing. You good. Send over Hood Estates. Tell them I sent you. Okay. Cashmatic, thank you. Get the Baileys on you. Oh, Jimmy Cave. We're going to skip that question today. Hey, Andre. I want to know how much the average truck costs. Also, how do I find somebody looking to rent? Oh, yeah. Y'all go ahead and have that conversation, but definitely check that course out and like go on, look up trucker.com. It's almost like autotrader.com. Now, my goal is to stay under a $48,000 truck. That's between 2014 and 2016 because I want a newer truck, less problems. Now, some people say, well, that's too expensive. I want a cheap truck. Cheap truck comes with cheap problems. Andre, I'm not messing with Jimmy today. I can't get off track. Y'all getting off track. Erica Nicole, yes, subcontractors are a headache. Geez, currently ripping one a new hole today. That's why you got to have a stack. That's why I'm so nervous about finishing this course because we had like 10 people and it came down to 2 that were always consistent. 2, because we knew them from church and we knew them from a group of people that were always consistent. Because what you have is you have a lot of hustlers. You have a lot of painting and fence guys who, you know, they work really hard, but then the weekend come, they want to party. And that's what they live to do. So you got to get them when they broke. I hate to say that. But a lot of these contractors, they don't plan long term. If they're not married, they're really not dependable. Because the married one's wife will beat their legs so bad. Like, you got to get this money, stay focused, get the money, stay focused. That they are usually better because they have a wife who does the booking, the keeping up of things, QuickBooks and all that stuff, and kind of tells them, hey, we only made this much a month. You got to go back out and work some more. So that's why it's a headache with the contractors. Eric and Nicole we probably do a whole show about contractors, especially being a woman dealing with contractors too. Bella Fam, so many YouTubers start out small, now brought their first home. It blows my mind, but the pump out video all the time, very interesting. It is, and sometimes it's people helping you. There's a lot of people. If I could show you some of these masterminds I'm in, boy. And I paid good money, and I'm glad I did. But they have teams of 5 and 8 people who are editing the videos, doing clips. That's what I've learned now because everybody's like, you should have a lot more sound bites. And I should. I should have a lot more soundbite videos that I could put out. It's just been, I've been doing a lot of it my own. And now that it's actually like really profitable, then you're like, okay, now that is important to do. A lot of small things. Okay, so Lance Brown, it's not 5% growth. It's like, I'm not going to do it today, but we'll do another video. If you invest $10,000 per property, and let's say you get 500 a month, 500 times 12 months is what? Everybody in the comments, that's $6,000. So if you only put 10K in that month, and you got 6,000 out, what was that return on your 10K investment? We'll save that math for another video. But anyway, it's more than 5% growth. Anyway, what up, Brother Dre? Says Derek Bailey. What up, y'all? Ray LLC. Little Miss the Kardashian wear weaves all day. Every female celebrity wears wig extensions. It's very true. Bella fam, thank you, because brothers swear only black women wear weaves. And you know, here's the crazy part. That whole phenomenon about, oh, black women wear weave all the time. I have white dudes who like, oh, is that your hair? I'm like, baby, it's always been my hair. And one time somebody asked my mom, was that her hair? She said, honey, I bought it, so it's mine. I mean, it creates this silly season. So much silly. Babies are boring. What, little miss? Listen, depends on season of life you're in, I guess. Ray, does it make sense to borrow money from your 401k to start investing in real estate? Ray, do you not realize the giant multi-million-dollar industry that are retirees investing from their IRAs and 401ks? It's a whole industry of that going on right now, where you're doing a lot of people investing. Like, go research that. I don't even have, I'm not going to say I'm not going to explain it to you, but go research it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some girl has 6 million YouTube subscribers and just does her makeup on camera. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I believe it. Cindy Leader, got to roll with the ebbs and flows. You're great at this. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love that you're business minded and teaching others. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how to say Nancy XT. I don't know. Derek Bailey, it's a mindset. It truly is a mindset. But at the end of the day, like, even if you get a lump sum, it's not over. Because guess what happens? Something's going to happen, an emergency. Like, here's the thing. I really think people think, Erica, if it's not going to make me $100,000, I ain't going to do it. And I'm like, well, then you just keep working your job, boo-boo, because that's what's going to happen. Because even if you get 100,000, let's say you get 100,000, however you get it, lump sum. And let's say you go buy a house, but you don't want to pay the whole house off because you put a half payment down. Then you go get 2 cars that you really like. Then you fill the house up full of stuff. You don't burn through your 100,000. You don't burn through it. The smarter thing would be, like, let's just say if you had 50K and you went and got, 5 rental properties. You took 10K. Now we're doing very simple math here, and you got 5 properties. And let's say each property is let's say it's like 600. So 600 times 5 is 3,000 a month. Now, many people say, well, Erica, that ain't enough. It might not be. Some of y'all, 3 grand may not be enough. 10 grand may be your freedom number. But it got you in the door. Now you have new problems. Does that make sense? Like, you got here. Now you need some more education. You need some more people around her to get to the next level. A lot of people can make 10K a month. A lot of married couples together can make 15K a month. Your husband, an engineer, your wife making 5K at her job monthly. Now, people don't think about this, but taxes eat up a bunch of that. So it brings them back down a little bit. So people are out here making money. The key here is, now there's 50% of the population that ain't, but the key is, what are you doing with the money? It's really with it. It's not always about these lump sums. Okay. Brooklyn Black, are your earlier programs still available, like the course from the bottom up or something like that? Yes, I have courses that are going to be in the descriptions. Jay Dunn, hey, Eric, I've been watching behind the scenes, but I never comment. This is my comment to you. Thanks for the information. Thank you, Jay Dunn. I really appreciate that. Andre Happett, she needs to do live events. Who needs to do live events? Aaron Johnson, Lance Brown, sorry, thinking per month. Thanks for the correction. Erica Nicole, crazy thing is here. I'm solving the problem, hiring staff paid hourly, investing and training them versus the headache of outsiders. Cheaper too. It all depends on the industry. Right now here in Austin, Texas, especially since the hurricane, you'd call up 30 guys and they're all in Houston. They're in Houston making all the money they can make. Now, you'll have some guys who are here in town and they really couldn't afford to go to Houston. They couldn't invest to go to Houston. They just do enough work to have a life. And I hate to say it that way, but there's a lot of guys who are like 50 years old and they just cut grass. And they cut grass Monday through Friday, some Saturdays, and they go sit there, rub down, and they enjoy their life. And it's all about mindset, and it's all about what's your numbers. There are a lot of men who are 50-ish that I've seen as contractors here. They got a house. It's paid off. They got a truck. They got 2 trucks. They just buying trinkets now. They're just buying goofy stuff. You go to their house, they got TVs everywhere. They got Game Boys. They got stuff that's stupid. And you're like, okay. Now, this is, I will say carefully, this is the ones who aren't married. The ones that are married usually a little bit more disciplined. But there's a lot of people, the number, once you hit, that's why I want to bring on James tomorrow. We'll talk about it. But Poor Richard's retirement, the whole thing of, if you have one house and you pay it off, the reason people have so much debt is they keep going upsizing houses and then they got to downsize houses and they never pay a house off. They don't have any houses paid off. But if you have a house paid off and a car paid off, your life looks really different. Because that's your biggest expenses is your mortgage usually. All right, Cash Money. He's supposed to close on his first duplex to 11. Congratulations. Cindy Leader, coming to Austin soon. My son just moved there. I love it when I visit. You're a great motivator. Thank you. Aaron Johnson, thank you, Erica, for the recommendation of Billwood Properties. I reached out to them this past week. I know I got a call from them. They said a lot of you called. I appreciate that because I want you guys to get an idea of how people interact and do business, right? So if you do a free call, and you see how they sell things or they talk to you, okay, now you know what to expect. So, you know, thank you guys for watching today. I'm rolling out of here. Thank you guys. Hit the like button before I leave. Hey, Jay Dunn. Thanks, Jay Dunn. Feeling generous and wanted to give you something for your time. So young and business-minded. I love that about you. Thanks for your info, Erica. Keep doing it. Hey, thank you guys. Tomorrow is Super Sunday, Relax Sunday. We're going to have James on, and we're going to be talking about we're talking about Detroit. We're going to talk about what's that system y'all love talking about? Pay yourself system. Pay yourself first. Bank on yourself. Everybody loves to hear and talk about bank on yourself. So he's going to help break it down a little bit better because he's on that side of finance, like a legit finance person. So because when you talk to me, I'm like, CYA, consult your attorney, consult your accountant. Your girl's not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I would do. That's how I share it. And so when we bring James on, it'll be a better way for y'all to ask those questions tomorrow. So if you got insurance questions, you got bank on yourself questions tomorrow. If you got Detroit questions, all that, bring them tomorrow for Sunday's show at 2 o'clock Eastern. But it'll be 1 o'clock Central Time. Some of y'all gonna be in church on the West Coast time, but you know what I'm saying. Bring your questions tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here today. It's a Saturday. I'm about to get out and get into this mix of Austin. Yeah. Thank you guys for the super chat. Thank you, Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn sponsored the show. Cash Maddock sponsored the show. And Go Gen Be Fit sponsored the show. Thank you guys so much for your donations to this channel. You what make me great. You would make me strive to be better. I'll try to share some of the travel videos here, but they'll most likely be on my other channel so we can keep this channel focused and clean. So you guys have a blessed Saturday. See you later.